Well, football resumed at the Meadow tonight, and it was an absolute cracker. Shrewsbury came from 2-0 down to beat Exeter by 3-2. All I know, at half-time you posted that sort of cat tapping the keyboard meme. It was so busy in the first half. It was pretty busy in the second as well. What a comeback from Salop.
Yeah, it was unbelievable, wasn't it? There was steam coming off my hands. I was typing that much throughout the 90 minutes. It was a brilliant game, wasn't it? End-to-end, chances galore. Could have been 5-5. Either side could have won it. Probably, I'd have said second half on the balance. Shrewsbury were probably slightly on top, and probably the side that were pushing to win. I mean, it was a brilliant game, wasn't it? It was a really, really entertaining watch. Really good game of football.
That first period, we'll just touch on that. They found themselves 2-0 down. The second one, a deflected goal. First one, probably be disappointed to concede that, weren't they? I suppose Steve Cottrell will be disappointed in the manner of the two goals.
I don't think he'd be too disappointed about the second one. I think that's just a complete and utter fluke.
You can't do a lot, can you?
I don't even think when it went in that their players really looked like they knew it was.
A lot of them were looking across to the lines.
They were looking in other directions to see where the ball had gone. It was a complete fluke, wasn't it? The first one, I think it was a corner to the back post, wasn't it? And when it can happen, you lose the header, someone beats you in the air, and then it fell to him, didn't it? Probably slightly disappointed, yeah. But you can. I mean, Shrews scored 2 goals today from set pieces and crosses. I think it was the first one from a set piece.
I think it was, yeah. Worked
from
a set piece. It was worked from a set piece. Just
yeah.
on that goal, getting a goal so quickly after going 2 down was probably a big moment in the game, really, wasn't it? They got themselves right back in it straight away. Yeah,
I mean that's what the boss said. And then I asked him after the game. It's a real credit to the players. I mean, on numerous occasions this season, they've shown some real character to kind of come from behind to get results. I mean, to be 2-0 down after 20 minutes.
I have to say as well, against a decent Exeter side who were 7th of the table after getting promoted, they popped it around very well.
Yeah, they did. They passed it around. Exeter were quite impressive, but the proper resilience and strength of character to be able to come out from that and to get themselves back in the game, you've got to credit them, haven't you? You've got to credit them. Didn't have a clue what was going on with formations at the start, did we? The two of us
trying to work out that back line, weren't we?
The back line, but they did. Cottrell confirmed after the game that they did switch in the first half to a 4, and then in the second half they switched back to a 3, I believe. So yeah. Very important to get that first goal. Very important to get that one back, and then obviously Bayliss getting his first goal for the club as well. And Bayliss was very good tonight. That was his best game in a Shrewsbury shirt. He glides across the grass.
As Steve Cottrell's just said just a few moments ago, we'll talk more on Bayliss tomorrow, and the Shrewsbury's podcast is back tomorrow. No technical hitches tomorrow.
Plug.
We had a bad week. Well, I had a bad week last week. But just on the second period, Salop started a little bit slow in the first. They found themselves 2-0 down. But second, I thought they'd come out on the front foot. They had chances. Bayliss was at the heart of a lot of what Salop did going forward today. And second half they took the game from the off to Exeter. Yeah,
they did, didn't they? They were good in the second half. Shrewsbury were. I thought that if any side was going to win that game, it was Town. Good performance. They had a few chances. I mean, that chance that Bowman air kicked it, didn't he? And then Nurse came charging in at the back post, absolutely rattled the crossbar. I thought it almost took it into the Astro pitch behind the thing. He hit it that hard, didn't he? And a couple of other chances. And to be fair, Exeter did threaten as well, didn't they? They did offer. They weren't just. It wasn't just attack v defence. It was still relatively even, but Shrewsbury were the better, and you could tell at the end that Town were the side that were really, really pushing. Sadie had a few shots blocked, Dunkley had a header over, so there are opportunities there for Town, and they'll be delighted. Cottrell said a few weeks ago that it's so important that their centre halves contribute, and today 2 of them have got goals. Pennington getting the first, and then Dunkley getting the winner right at the end to see the spark. Absolute scenes here, and to mean that I have to rewrite 2 stories.
That's the problem. I'm going to finally mention Christian Sadie, who came off the bench. You told me he was an absolute beast after he came on. I think he made his debut a couple of weeks ago, or just after the window. Am I right in thinking?
Yeah.
He was a beast, and he scared them defenders, didn't he? He had a couple of chances as well.
He looks like a powerful boy, doesn't he? I think he's going to be a real threat to Town as he gets himself up to fitness and gets his match fitness in. I was quite impressed by him again. I mean, those you can't help but think that the additions that they've made on deadline day are like quite shrewd acquisitions. It's early days yet, but they just, those substitutions just gave them that little lift that they needed at the end, that fresh impetus. That's a big word for me, impetus. That fresh impetus to just kind of give them that extra bit of something to get them over the line, which is what they needed.
There we go. It was a dramatic night here at the Meadow. Salop came back, superb comeback. Probably a night that they haven't experienced in a while, and a night that you probably never experienced again at Shrewsbury with the superb tributes to the Queen before the game, which I thought were great, and we'll talk about them more on the podcast tomorrow, and tune into that as well. Get your questions in. Oll's tweeted, I've tweeted. Get your questions in. I'm sure there'll be a lot about the game today and a lot about other things. So final score here, Shrewsbury 3. Sorry, I was going to say 2 then. Shrewsbury 3, Exeter 2. For the rest of your reaction, head to shopstar.com.